Now, we have some new files that Patrick has posted up in the last few days. It's, let me make sure I'm in the right folder here, because I've been going through these folders, trying to get this organized, this stuff for myself. Okay, he has revised his Greatest Enemy of America document this morning. And I'm very curious as to when we send this warning. Do we send this warning when we first send our green case document, or send anything in, or do we send it when they don't behave? Did
you say Hague?
No, when they don't behave. If they
when they don't behave, okay.
If they refuse to process our documents, give them the warning. So I'm thinking in the terms of we don't come on being belligerent at first, but we come in as soon as they act up, let them know about it.
I agree with that.
Yeah, I agree too.
And then he has a record instructions, his newest document, and this comes about because we're no longer needing to go to the county recorder or the county attorney to have them do the medallion, the equivalent of the medallion stamp on our documents to get them recorded. Right now,
you shouldn't have to. Okay, say you shouldn't have to, Tom. Okay. You've got all the options still available, okay? Now, you're going to have to process it through and get that Postmaster to be in agreement to do it, okay?
Right.
So they're going to probably have to check it out with their supervisor, because they've probably never seen this before, okay? So it may take several days for them to process it through to see whether they can do it. But they should be able to do it because they do passports and other documents. They handle securities. They handle postage stamps. So they're a financial institution. Okay? So you got to know all the reasons why they should be able to do it in the process.
If they can do it, it saves us a lot of trouble because they're more convenient to us.
Yes.
And then the recording instructions you put on is that once they do that, then we take our documents and send them to the recorder with these recording instructions.
No, we would send them into either to the clerk of the court or into the Bureau of Fiscal Services to be processed.
Okay.
You basically get the stamp, and I would recommend getting the global stamp, either the North American global stamp or the Moon global stamp. They're circular stamps. They cost $1.20, but they're international stamps. And that's what we're dealing with here, is basically international monetary transaction. Okay, going into the Federal Reserve Bank system, this foreign bankrupt debtor system. Okay, and then basically when you get the red stamp on it, it is now posted, and it's a posted debt because it's in red. And you're coming in to claim the debt that's owed to you. Does anybody have any problem with that understanding of what I just said? I think it's pretty simple, straightforward.
Yeah.
So, Patrick, you go to the post office and ask them to set you up with that address to do that?
Well, you basically take your instruments in first, okay, like your birth certificate, the back of it have your special endorsement on the back of your birth certificate, or take a copy of your Social Security card and do a partial withdrawal from your Social Security card, or take your driver's license, put a stamp on the back side of it, and have them post it, okay? And then send that driver's license into the Attorney General or to the Secretary of State and say, I want to cash out this damn security. But you get that stamped on there, the red posted debt stamp, okay? And then basically you fill out the Form 1455, and then you come back and have that stamped. Or if you have it all ready to go, just have them sign it. But you have to make sure that they're going to do it. You might have to give them a copy of it and let them run it up the system. That's what I had to do with mine. I'm waiting for her to come back either today or tomorrow or Tuesday. I hope she gets a response back and says that it's okay to go with it. I showed her that basically this is per the Department of the Treasury and the Bureau of Fiscal Services. And basically that she is not verifying the certificate or anything else on there. She's just verifying me, that I am who I say I am.
Signature.
That's all that they're doing, is validating who you are, that you are an authorized person to sign this document. They don't have to validate the document whatsoever. That's for the one that basically we send it to. They have to validate that document and process it after their validation of it. This is pretty simple, especially to get the receipts. You don't even need to get the postmaster to sign those. You just go in there and you get the clerk to stamp that stamp and then put it in an envelope with all your receipts and then send it out certified mail, either to the bankruptcy court or to the Bureau of Fiscal Services. If you go to the bankruptcy court, you need to make mention that they have to operate in their ministerial office capacity, not in their quasi-judicial capacity. And that's what they've been operating in, is their quasi-judicial capacity. Therefore, they basically are acting like the communists that they are, in total violation, and they're anti-American and anti-property, anti-free property out here. They want communal system. So that they can basically come in and draw off the communal assets for their benefit.
So Patrick, you said when we do receipts, we should put them in a separate envelope and have them stamp that envelope, and then.
Well, you certify it.
Yes. Okay.
Come on.
That's the way.
Just mail it, okay?
Yeah.
Nothing special in the mailing, just certified mail. So
Okay.
Good enough. Or express mail, however you want to get it there. You can put 4 or 5 of these receipt packages in one package to send off. I've got 5 of them that I'm going to stick in one envelope and send it off by express mail out to Parkersburg, West Virginia. I've got about 5 of them up the bankruptcy court, and basically get the ones through Parkersburg done first. I'm going to turn around and charge out the hell out of that damn bankruptcy court for their communist bullshit.
And when you say you're sending off 5, you mean for 5 different places you're sending off the receipt?
5 different receipt packages, yes.
Okay, good. So we don't have to do one at a time. We can bundle them.
Yeah.
Good.
You got one store that you got $2,000 or $3,000 with. Put them all together. Go to the next store. Got another 2,000 or 3,000 with that store. Got another store, couple thousand there.
Right.
Just fill out another damn package or cover sheet with those. Put the receipts along with it, and then put your stamp on that, and basically make them separate packages.
So we still have to do each store for its own
No,
mail.
you don't have to do that, Tom. You can do it however you want to fucking do it. Okay? God damn it, Tom.
I would like to bundle it. I'm just trying to make sure I understand what you're saying.
Do it one store at a time.
Okay.
If you've got enough over $600, then basically that's good. Okay?
Right.
You guys try and make this stuff so goddamn complicated. You don't have any common sense. You ought to all be shot for not having that.
So, Patrick, you talked about the ministerial rights, and I think that right there is a very, very valid comment that one made, and I'd like to expand on it. When one is exercising the ministerial rights, exercising the ministerial privileges of the court to be heard, they're exercising a right, and the exercising of a right is not something that can be legislated.
They cannot legislate.
Correct.
Yes. Okay.
That's
we are
right.
basically, we have to come in, and basically you have to do a classification of that office that you're dealing with. Okay? Basically, it's coming in, and basically, right now they're operating in a quasi-judicial characterization, okay? You have to come in under characterization with a statement of distinguishing the characteristics of a person by way of representing him to others. And basically, you have to place that court in under their official duty, ministerial duty, to where they have no room to exercise their discretion. They have to follow the law.
Correct.
The real law.
That's exactly right.
Yeah. And see, that's what a lot of people don't do, is get them in. Basically, they don't realize that they're just a quasi, and basically a quasi is basically out there as it were, relating to, having the character of, okay?
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
In other words, it's not really the de jure. It's a de facto. It's a fraud. That's why women can be judges, because they're acting as if they were a real judge, a man, but they're not a man. Some of them think they are, like Hillary bitch Clinton. This is all also covered in the Bible, okay? I was listening to Chuck Meisler or whatever, basically some religious guy, basically following the Bible and everything, and basically brought up something in the Bible about that there was at least 2 major times of rehabilitation. One was with Noah. The second one was with Moses. And that was group rehabilitation. but there was individual rehabilitations, financial rehabilitations in the Bible. One was Abraham. Another one was Daniel. Another one was Jesus. But there was quite a few other individuals there that did individual financial rehabilitations. And see, all these religious fanatics out here don't realize that it's all really still, like I said all along, it's all about banking. Trust no one. Follow the money and understand the words, and then there will be the truth when you get done. But if you go into the dictionary and you look up about communism and communist and commune, okay, basically you'll see something that stands out very big and prominent. The year 1871. Well, that was the same year that the United States Bankrupt Trust was created out of London. The communist commune system was created in Paris by Rothschilds in 1871. The United States Bankrupt Trust was created by the Rothschilds in London by the Rothschilds in 1871. And then the 1938 Quasi Judicial Bankrupt Authority was given over to the courts and to the bar members, to where they became a self-government, a municipality, a communist municipality. That whole MacArthur communist, whatever the hell they were doing, was all total fraud. It was smoke and mirrors.
McCarthy.
Yeah, McCarthy. Hiding the damn truth that really it was the courts and the bar members that were taking control. They're the true communists in this country. They're anti-American, anti-free property. Just look at their actions in court. They hate you. They hate the Constitution.
Mm-hmm.
They hate the policies of the Constitution, having free rights, having free property. Yeah, anti-American, opposed or hostile to the United States of America, its people, its principles, or its policies. Therefore, all these bar members are anti-Americans. They're traitors to this country because they've sworn an oath to a foreign entity out here.
Yeah, and all these big C counties are like federal backyards, and they don't like you to file papers either. That's why they thwart you from
right, but
getting
you've got to be able to stand up and address these things to them and address it to the right people, to the inspector generals.
Right.
If you don't know how to address this properly, they're not going to pay any attention to you.
Mm-hmm.
When I addressed it to the Social Security Inspector General that they were committing fraud by brokering and obtaining commissions, beneficial commissions, for against my Social Security account by continuing to draw my payments out, when I ordered them to stop, basically he had the funds delivered to me within about 3 days. It took a little longer because basically they screwed up my Direct Express debit card account. But as soon as they got that straightened out, it was there the next day or so. Now, basically in the court system, out of the first 12 judges, only one of them had 4 years of law. Most of them didn't have any. But now it's a monopoly with unlawful restraint over this, and that's an antitrust out here, that you've got to have a damn bar card to be an attorney, to be the county attorney, to be the attorney general of the state, to be a judge, any of that. That's all bullshit. That was never set up in the original Constitution of this country. You had to be an honest man, and you had to basically have common sense and be able to know right from wrong. Other than that, you don't need much to be a damn judge.
Mm-hmm.
But they've set up all these monopolies and basically these municipalities, communist municipalities, for their own benefits and gains. They've never paid property taxes or anything, or they see income taxes on their commissions, their benefits that they obtain from us. Now back to the American Admiralty Lien documents, those two that we made up. They are letters patent. They are our patents over our property. Okay? And then you have patent right, a right secured by patent, usually meaning a right to the exclusive manufacture or sale of an invention or patented article. But these courts come in as patent right dealers, anyone whose business it is to sell or offer for sale patent rights. They're taking your rights away from you and leaning them and offering them for a hire. With that baptismal certificate, and basically now placing this in under an Admiralty lien document as a letters patent, you are the patentee, he to whom a patent has been granted. The term is usually applied to the one who has obtained letters patent for a new invention. Your body is a new invention. It's entirely different than any other invented body out there. And then you have a patent for a tract of land, and the tract of land is your body. It's a parcel of land. It has metes and bounds. You have to go through these words. You have to practice them. You have to talk them to yourself in the mirror if you don't have somebody else to talk them over with.
What you just said, Patrick, talking to yourself is probably one of the best ways that I learned to be able to do this repetitive over and over until it's ingrained. Archbishop Brown.
Yeah. That's what we have to do. Hell, I can't remember names unless I repeat them about 25 times. But see, we're going in with our securities, with our assets, and we can take them into the court, into the bankruptcy court, not for the liquidation and discharge of any debts, but for our financial rehabilitation, just like it's called out in the Bible. Just like Daniel did, just like Jesus did, just like Moses did for his Hebrew buddies, and the Moorish buddies went the other way. They went to the east when the Hebrews went to the west. They both took their share of the great capstone off the Great Pyramid. But see, nobody basically wrote all that stuff down about the Moors going to the east. There was another group that went to the south too, but that's another story in itself. But the two main splits were going to the east and to the west. And that was basically that time around in the financial rehabilitation. And then the other great rehabilitation was basically with Noah. All the people had basically totally gone bonkers in the damn financial system out here. And basically, they had polluted the hell out of the damn system, and it had to be totally annihilated. But Noah took his financial assets with him on the ark. Okay. Now, anybody have any questions on the 1455, the 1522, or the 1047 form? They're pretty simple, in my opinion. The 1522 is nothing but a directing where the payment needs to go. You can have it either go to you or to a third party.
Does one affix the stamp to the document before, or do you fix it during signing?
You can affix it before.
Okay.
And then all they have to do is stamp it.
Correct, okay.
Just make sure they use the circular red stamp that has the post office on there and everything, the date that it's being posted.
Now, are the titles of those documents are pretty self-explanatory? The SAV 1455 is just for distribution of securities, which means our Social Security account or the certificate of live birth.
Driver's license, marriage license, mortgage.
Anything that you have your signature on.
Any security that you have out there.
Yeah.
Okay. And
Checks. Look at the examples on page 4 or 5 or 6.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. 47 is for refunds, and the 1522 is for requesting money for purchases, for payment.
It is directing your funds to either be deposited into your bank account or your direct express card, or to be sent over to a third party if you have a bill you owe a third party.
Okay. Okay.
Patrick, do you sign across the stamp or underneath it?
You don't sign the stamp.
No.
Oh, they postmark it. Okay.
Yeah, the post office post it. They basically are not canceling that stamp, but they're posting that stamp when they put their red seal on it. It's now posted. And it's a posted debt because the stamp is in red. Red stands for debt.
Okay.
Or charge.
Well, it's a debt, really.
Yeah.
Yes, a debt.
Because basically you do that on the back of your birth certificate. The credits are on the front side. The debt is on the back side.
Hmm.
Does the debt mean that they owe you that payment?
Yes.
Yes.
They owe you the credits from the front side of that instrument. You have posted a debt to them. You've submitted it to them. So now they have to go and get the credits and give those back to you. You gave them the debt. Here's the debt. Now give me the credits. Very simple, okay? None of this user frats or any of that bullshit.
It's simple, huh?
Yep.
Yeah. Basically, pay your bills and then get the receipts and cash them in.
Patrick, I have a quick question.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I just came in kind of late, so I'm coming in, so I'm trying to catch up with what you guys are speaking of, but I know that you're basically talking about the 1422. But I want to ask is, do you have to already have everything set up and established, like how you've been working on it prior to being able to use those forms, or can you just use them, you know, at this time now just to, I guess, to settle whatever it is, debt or whatnot?
If you have your Form 56 with your 56F or just your Form 56 with your Social Security, you can go ahead and basically do the receipts. You can even go in with these documents, but you're going to have to use your Social Security number. Okay? Otherwise, you need to have all the other documents, your lien documents coming in there to basically have your proper standings. Okay? You're not a free person yet. You have to get your freedom first.
Right. Okay.
Now, otherwise, you're still classified as a debtor under Section or Sentence 2 in Section 4 of the 14th Amendment.
Right.
That's why I tried to explain to one person there are two items in Section 4. One is basically to where you're still a debtor and you have to basically, they may or may not pay the bill. But if you get out of their system, then you fall in under the first sentence, and they are now obligated to make the payment.
Okay. And when you use the 40, I'm sorry,
Go ahead. Go right ahead. Please, go ahead.
I was just going to say, so when, and then because one may still not have all their paperwork in to take them out of that position, if you will, as a 14th Amendment debtor, with the 56 and the 56F, is that what you'll be using to, I guess, assign the public officials? Because you would you be signing the last being, I guess, outside of the debtor?
Well, you need to get your American Admiralty Lien documents done. Your baptismal certificate on file at the county, and your Admiralty Lien and life estate deed over all of your security properties. Okay? And then you have your Form 56F to where your individual banker is now the fiduciary over both your estate EIN and your foreign grantor trust EIN. Okay? Then when you do your birth certificate, you're using the foreign grantor trust Form 56F. When you submit that one in, to claim that, because that's under the foreign grantor. That's in the de jure. Where all the others are, you're using your estate EIN, Form 56F, with your individual banker coming in, having the fiduciary capacity, and therefore you come in using the EIN instead of the Social Security number on those forms. On the 1455 and the 1522 forms.
Thank you.
State EIN or individual banker EIN?
Individual banker's EIN.
That's what I thought.
It's the
okay.
fiduciary.
Right. Okay. Many thanks.
It sounds like you just went through the whole steps.
Yeah, it's pretty simple. And then basically you have enough grounds out here to file criminal charges against all these attorneys, all these bar attorneys and these judges for the frauds that they're committing against you in brokering and never reporting the commissions that they're drawing against our accounts. You can bring in the Treasury Inspector General because they're committing Treasury security fraud. The IRS Inspector General because they're committing tax fraud. The Judicial Department because they're committing justice frauds. Okay? The Social Security Inspector General because they're obtaining most of their assets against the Social Security account in a roundabout way. Then you've got the FBI, the Secret Service, and the CID. You've also got the Securities and Exchange Commission in the process because they're all dealing in securities.
Right.
And when you claim the right thing in the process, these inspector generals will get off their ass and do something. U.S. military ain't going to be able to do shit about this because they don't know anything about banking.
Right.
So disregard half that bullshit that's out there on the internet about, well, they're going to start a new republic. They're going to set up a new monetary system. They're going to do all this good shit for the people. Bullshit. They haven't got one iota of understanding about what the real monetary system is.
Patrick, when we do the draw against the Social Security card, all we need is the image of the Social Security card on the front. We don't need any of the manumission information.
Or you can take your Social Security card, put a global stamp on the back of it, and have it posted, just like you do with your driver's license.
Okay.
Turn it over, put a global stamp on the back of it, and send it in and say, liquidate this security. Now, I want a state ID, but I want an unalienable ID.
Okay. But if we want to do...
Understand that, people? Unalienable.
Yes.
It will be stamped right on that identification document. They cannot alien you anymore. You are the owner of all your aliens when you complete this American Admiralty lien documents. You are the lien holder. The alien property custodian lieners have no jurisdiction any longer. You just booted them out of office.
Ousted them.
No, we booted them.
Booted them.
Yeah, kicked them in the ass.
Kicked them out. Yeah. Wow. This is amazing. This is the clearest I've heard you explain this. This is amazing.
He's been explaining the same over and over again. People's understandings or their own filters clog what he's saying.
Yeah, I'm getting it now.
Yeah.
That's because you've heard it about 3 times now, and basically now it's starting to sink in. Because like he said, I said the same thing numerous times before. It's just that people didn't quite hear what I was saying.
There's a maxim. There's a maxim that covers that. He who listens well learns well, and he who asks well learns well.
Yep. And like there was one movie out there that basically said, trust no one, okay, but follow the money.
Uh-huh.
And I added also, understand the words, and there will be the truth staring you in the face. You never trust anyone. So never set up a trust, because the government can always take a trust down. They always can basically get control of the other person, and therefore you just got screwed. But if you hold everything in a private estate or a private enterprise or a private bank, they have only you to deal with.
Mhm. Mhm. And they can't.
And then it's your fault if you let them take it away from you.
There was something in that Lost at Sea document that I think the people on this call ought to read, and it was about the Admiralty aspect of it. And at the last part of the sentence, or the last part of the thing, it says, they don't have jurisdiction basically over you unless you volunteer or submit yourself into their jurisdiction. Okay?
Right. Go ahead.
Yeah, you don't answer any questions. You're the one asking the questions.
Yeah. People go into court and they open their mouth too much.
Yep.
Yeah. Basically, very few people can go into court and basically rattle off for about an hour like I do and basically stand them completely down, because I don't take no bullshit off them. But I don't argue with them. I state the fact. And they have no rebuttal to real facts. But you get in there and you get into a question and answer session with them, and basically they will twist you all around in the process.
And if you're not listening to what is being said, I could give you a perfect example. I gave my son for a domestic violence thing that never even really happened. I told my son, hey, just tell the judge that you want to dismiss the case for failure of stating a claim upon which relief could be granted. The judge looked at him and granted it to him by saying, okay, but my son didn't turn around and walk out of the courtroom and be done with it. He stayed there, and it appeared that the judge wanted to thought that he wanted to continue doing business and recontracted with him right there on the spot.
Yeah, see, he basically did not finish his statement up with a question. Okay? He had to present the question to the court. Are you going to present me with that item? And then basically the judge either has to answer yes or no. See, that's one of the keys in the game, that you always want to try and basically finish up your statement with a question to them that they now have to answer something back to you. They always try and get you to basically come in. Take your seat. No, I'll stand. If you want me to take my seat, you can ask me, please. And that's what I've told them before. Then if they ask me, please, will you take your seat, then basically I'll sit down. But see, you put them on the hot spot. They're just a quasi. They're not a real judge. They're only a damn broker.
You'll hit the real judge when you get into the back room.
Yeah, or you get him to change his robe into white and basically disregard talking to the prosecutor. To where the judge washes his hands, basically being in the damn wrong side of the aisle, just like Pilate did. See, Jesus didn't walk on the water until basically he got baptized. He only came to show us the way and the path about how to get out of the present monetary system, because he was under Roman law at the time, and basically Roman law was going to be in effect until the end time, until our time. So it's the same system that he did. That's what I've tried to explain to people. If you follow what Jesus did, you'll be out of the system. But they set a bunch of buffers up here that basically made it hard to see where everything was at.
Mm-hmm. Patrick, can I ask a question?
Go ahead.
I don't know if throughout my journey of searching, I also seen on the website just some information about certifying the certificate or authenticating the certificate of live birth. Should that not don't go on to that?
You don't need to do that. It's already authenticated.
Gotcha.
It's under the seal of the state, and it's under the Bureau of Vital Statistics. It has an embossed seal, 2 embossed seals on it. Just feel the document. You'll feel both of them. They're raised. You go and do anything else onto that document and any other crunching of it, and you have then validated it. Okay. That's why I'm saying you take the postage stamp, you put it on the back side, and then you have the post office put a red posted stamp over that stamp. You have not defaced that document. You have not embossed it. So you have not dismantled that document in any way. And the post office is really the de jure financial banking system of the country.
So you just have a red stamp on it, because sometimes if you do, they'll say, well, we have to take it because you stamped it. You know, they won't let you walk away with it sometimes, but that's would that be totally different? A different, process, or? I mean, I don't know. I'm not sure, but I'm really trying to ask. I do, but I don't know if it's coming out right.
You can walk away with that as soon as it's posted.
Okay.
Oh, I mean, basically, it's your stamp. You had it, and basically they're just canceling that stamp. That's what most of them think they're doing.
Okay.
They're posting it.
Okay. I got you. All right. I'm sorry. Okay. Okay. All right.
Yeah, you just explain to them what you're doing, okay?
I got you. Yep. I'm clear now. Thank you.
Okay. You're not putting it in the mail. You're going to put it in another envelope and then come back to the post office and then mail it. They're going to take it home and scan it first.
Should it be a 2 stamp, or should it be a special type of, because I know that I've been looking at the different things about the stamps.
It should be a global circular stamp, and it'll cost you about $1.20. Okay, if we were dealing in the du jour, basically it could be a $1 stamp.
All right. Thank you.
I need that stamp. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's either the North American Global Stamp or the Moon Global Stamp.
Yeah, it's a red stamp, yeah.
Does anybody recognize the moon, the color of the moon on the global stamp, or the global stamp?
Well, sort of orange, but basically,
it's a blood moon.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Blood moon? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, no.
It looks goldish, almost like a medallion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it looks like a gold dollar.
Yep.
But you just get that, and then basically now you're set to go. You're dealing in international transaction now, an international bill of exchange.
Yeah, I see that.
You put your bill into them, your debt.
And you're going to send each instrument back to where it came from.
No, you're going to send it to the Bureau of Fiscal Services out in Parkersburg, West Virginia, or to the bankruptcy court for your district, or to the federal district court if it's basically the birth certificate. I would send the birth certificates, and I'd send some of them off to the Bureau of Public or the Bureau of Fiscal Services in Parkersburg, and then send some over to your bankruptcy court and see what happens. If the bankruptcy court doesn't do anything, but the Bureau of Fiscal Services does, then you can turn around and you can file criminal charges against the bankruptcy court for the fraud that they're committing by not processing those items in their required time frame or submitting them back to you.
Right.
And you do that through the Inspector General?
You do that through the the Treasury Inspector General, the Social Security Inspector General, the Tax Inspector General, the Securities and Exchange Inspector General, the Justice Department Inspector General. But let them know that you know that these damn bar attorneys and justices and clerks of the court, in the quasi judicial system, the clerk of the court can issue a warrant. Wait a minute. How ludicrous is that, asshole? Now, clerk of the court issuing a warrant, an arrest warrant?
You can pretty much guarantee that arrest warrant that was issued by the clerk of the court won't bear the seal.
Oh, no, none of them will. Even the court won't. Yeah, when they come out they never come out in their ministerial office capacity. That means that they don't put their embossed seal on there. Unless you're going to prison, and then basically in the transport, then basically they will put that on because the prisons won't take them unless there's an embossed seal on them.
This is after conviction.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I figured. It's not before.
No. I mean,
so
don't they have judges and everything have been some of the biggest mass murderers out here. They've gotten cops killed, they've got innocent bystanders killed, and they've got the person that they're wanting to arrest killed, and basically sometimes totally on fraudulent charges.
Well, wouldn't it be doesn't that have to be filed into a district court?
What's that?
I was reading again in that Lost at Sea that it has to be, that's why you have to do a certificate of search to find out if it's on the district court's website, if there's an actual charge pending against the accused.
Oh, okay. The problem is everybody out here thinks that Admiralty is only at the federal district court. It's not. Only civil Admiralty goes to the federal district court. Criminal Admiralty can be adjudicated at the state court level. That's why they always bring you in under criminal charges for a damn traffic ticket. Check it out.
Is that because it's the state vehicle code?
No, it's because of the judicial aspect of Admiralty.
Okay.
The states can handle criminal admiralty out there. So basically, some of these people that want to go in and try and change the venue into admiralty and think that they're going to get into the federal district court, they're wrong, because basically they've been charged as a criminal. The states have jurisdiction over criminal admiralty jurisdiction. The federal district courts have jurisdiction over federal criminal activity, but also all civil admiralty.
Uh-huh.
So the states are never going to allow you to be charged under civil as a civil charge, because they could lose jurisdiction. That's why they always bring you in under criminal. See the fraud in the judicial system?
Uh-huh.
The communist trickery?
Yeah. So, Patrick, let me ask. So, say someone is garnished in a municipal venue, and they're calling it a civil case, it's really being processed in a criminal venue, because it's at the quote unquote, they keep calling it a state court.
You've got to look at it, basically, if it's what they're really saying on that document. Is it a criminal charge or it is a civil charge? Okay.
Okay.
They may sort of imply it's civil, but really the instrument is charging you is a criminal charge.
That's right. Okay. Mhm.
And see, that's what most people don't see. They don't look for all that stuff. What gives you jurisdiction over me? Basically, when you have your American Admiralty a lien over your body and everything, they have no jurisdiction over you, because they cannot lien someone who has the preferred lien or the lien, A-L-I-E-N, over all your property. You now have the main lien. They can't come in and impose another lien over your master lien.
Unless they want to pay off your lien first.
Yeah, but then there'd be nothing to a lien.
Exactly.
Yeah, there would be nothing left after that.
Yeah.
That's exactly correct. So they're not going to do it.
They're not going to do it. And see, you can turn around and charge them against their bond of office for fraud in the process. That's why you go in, you surrender that driver's license and state ID or whatever, and you get an unalienable title or license or ID. Sort of like what I did when I went down to the police station and got a blue fingerprint card. There's no Social Security number on my blue fingerprint card. I didn't allow them to put it on there. They also took my picture and basically had a set of fingerprints on that picture as my identification card. I've used that to go into the federal courthouse before. They can't touch my car because basically I never registered it with the state, so the state cannot lien that car because I never gave them the authority or registered it with them. I hold the master title. And it's unalienable. See, people have been arguing and basically going down the wrong road and not understanding the words that they've been up against out here. They never understood who the alien property custodians were. They never understood the word alien. Well, it's a lien. Okay? It's the master lien. Alien. All one word. It's a bunch of little A and then liens pulled together. You have the master a lien.
Because we're the grantor.
You're the master.
Yeah, the master grantor.
You're the admiral aboard your vessel. You're the prince upon the water. You're also the prince upon the land. Like I said before, the two different scenarios here for America. It's very simple to break this one down. The first 4 letters in America stand for prince. The first 5 letters in Admiralty stand for prince. So now you're a prince on the land and a prince on the sea. You're now like Jesus. You can walk on water, you can walk on land. Kick ass wherever you want.
Yeah, that makes sense.
A little bit earlier, you were saying we should follow what Jesus did. And is it as easy as this, Patrick? Give that which belongs to Caesar. Is it that simple?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. See, that's what we're doing. When we surrender these certificates back to them, that is what belongs to them.
Correct. Well, the merchant law has those maxims where it says that which I create, I control, and that which I do not create, I cannot control.
Right. But see, you had to create everything that you're dealing with out here. It was your signature that basically gave the credits to begin with. Just like in the movie Matrix. You were plugged into the system. You were given your energy into the machine world. And see, that's what communism is all about. They're out here basically
They create that world from that energy.
they're operating for a production. Okay? Yeah, here it is. Any theory or system of social organization involving common ownership of the agents of production, the corporations, and these judicial bar attorneys are agents for the production out here of the machine world. They're the Mr. Smiths, like I told you the last 2 times. They're the suits and ties. The Mr. Smiths in the movie Matrix. Those are the ones that we have to terminate. They're the fraud. They're twisting the real laws for their benefit to harm both the country, the people, and the policies of the country.
Patrick, I got a question. You know, this is heavy stuff you're saying here. So, in one part of the movie, Neo died, and then he came back, and then he had power over the agent. So, is that like what you're saying about being a prince over the water?
Yes, in both cases, okay, over the land and over the water. And see, what he had to get at the very beginning of the very first one, Morpheus shows Neo basically a battery.
Right.
It says that's what basically you are. You get charged up and you can discharge yourself. Okay, you're charging your vessel up and then you're discharging it. And see, we have discharged using these receipts we have discharged our energy into their system. We can come back in, plug into their system, and claim our charges back, our credits back, and charge ourselves back up. And see, that's why Neil kept going in and out in the 3 different scenarios until the final one, to where he went in and totally destroyed all of the bar attorneys, the Mr. Smiths.
Yeah, because he had, excuse me, he died. Smith shot him, but he came back to life, just like Jesus died and then came back to life. And so, like, after he had got shot and killed like that, he came back to life, and that's when he had all that power. And they couldn't. Yeah,
but he really didn't die. See, he was an electrical system in the matrix.
Right.
Yeah. So he was just a battery, and all he had to do was absorb more energy, and then basically he got stood up. He was able to re-energize himself.
Oh, man, that's heavy right there.
Yeah. That movie tells you everything that the Bible doesn't tell you.
Wow. That's heavy right there. You nailed it right there.
Yeah, you made him fall off the chair.
Yeah, you made him break the chair.
Does everybody know that energy can't be created nor can it be destroyed? So the concept of dying is just...
Yeah, it's a fraud.
Yeah.
You can't die.
You're just going to transform into something else.
Right. See, that's what's so screwy about all these religious leaders out here, thinking that everybody's died. No, basically, we go back into the circuit. Our soul goes back into the electrical source that's out here in the universe.
So when Neil's jumping around doing all that Superman stuff, that's an example of that, right? Where energy is just being transferred.
Yeah, and the same thing with the Oracle. What happened between the first one and the second one?
Right.
She basically came back in a different body.
Right.
Reincarnation.
Uh-huh. We just can't remember those last...
Or resurrection, right? Isn't that like resurrection?
Well, basically, yeah. You basically, like a mushroom. Basically, it's on a grid. Most mushrooms are on a lattice structure out there, and then they have a node that basically, when it gets to a certain point, then it just pops. Okay? But it's on a lattice structure, and basically nitrogen or electrical charges into the ground help the mushrooms pop immensely.
And it regrows, yeah.
Yeah. But that's what we are. We're in the universal harmonic lattice structure out here, and our soul is basically the thing that's in the driver's seat. The body is just a hunk of land.
Mm-hmm. You own to something here, brother.
Yeah.
You own to something.
It's not really you. Your soul is really you.
Mm-hmm. Right. Not the flesh.
Yeah, the body's just a vessel that contains the soul.
Mm-hmm. And see, you're the owner of that vessel.
Yep.
And that was what was christened, given a name, and blessed to have admiralty rights and protection.
That's good. That's powerful.
Founding fathers knew a lot of this stuff. But basically, all these religious leaders that come over from Europe have got it all screwed up. Because they followed the teachings of the church, which basically the church was out there following the damn bankers and all their bullshit. in this section to try and be able to control the people, just like the monarchs in Europe were controlling the people. That's why King James basically rewrote the Bible for his benefit, not for the people's benefit.
I really appreciate you, Patrick. You really spelled it out. You expounded it real good. Thanks.
Okay. Well, hopefully this word gets out and basically things start breaking loose here. So we just have to keep peppering them and basically putting the pressure on them and use those inspector generals. Harold and I used them, and basically we got results within 3 days' time. When you put the right claims and charges into them. You have to address that they're out there operating your accounts, that they're not paying their taxes, that they're fraudulently drawing commissions off for their benefits and not giving you any documentation about the commissions that they're drawing from your account.
Mm-hmm.
And that they're depriving you of settlement in the process. That's security violations. The people that have gone in on mortgages, basically that should have been a simple one to straighten out, taking that form 1455 in the court and basically putting that into place and saying, now broker this damn thing. I want a complete accounting of this. You're operating this as communal property, then basically it's going to be communal property. Now settle the damn thing.
That's it.
But see, everybody goes in there and tries to claim that that's private property, when right now it's being held as communal property.
You made that point quite a while ago, that operating under a communist system.
Okay, anybody else have anything?
Patrick, I have a question on the actual notice of liability.
You're breaking up. You're breaking up.
Yeah. Can you hear me now?
Well, there's a lot of feedback. Go ahead. Somebody's got reverb or something on.
Yeah, it's getting an echo, maybe.
Yeah, I muted the person. I muted the person with the speakers on.
All right,
Okay.
thanks, Tom. Okay, the actual notice of life estate deed that says property address there. Are you the birth certificate? Is that correct?
Yeah, you put down your birth certificate. You're claiming that as that is one of your entitlements.
Okay. And I would go
your Social Security card, you put that down, but you put the account number down, you take the dashes out.
Okay.
And list your marriage certificate, your certificate of title to your vehicle, your certificate of title to the house, the driver's license, whatever other instrument you have.
Okay.
Okay?
And that's the one I'm going to file at the county clerk, right? Along with my baptismal.
At the county recorder's office in the miscellaneous file.
Right, exactly.
Along with the baptismal one.
Right.
You go and get those notarized at one of the different offices. I did it at the auditor's office and then took them over to the recorder's office and then had them take those wet ink signature copies, scan a copy of them. They gave me my originals back, and then they put them into the book, and then I got certified copies after that. So basically, there was a filing fee, initial filing fee of, in my case, $19 to get those 2 documents filed, and then basically to get a certified copy of each one of them, it was $11 to get all 3 pages back, because mine was 2 pages on the one and 1 page on the other. So it's
Right.
$5 for the first page and $1 for each page after that.
Okay.
But now some states are going to be higher, okay? I think one of the guys said that basically up in New York, his was about $50-some for first sheet.
Wow.
So,
And you said you got it notarized where?
went over to the assessor's, or not the assessor's office, the auditor, the auditor's office.
Okay.
County auditor. You can go over to basically, clerk of the court's going to charge you more than likely, but my county auditor, they didn't charge me, and the county recorder doesn't charge me for notaries when I get them from them.
Okay.
Patrick, that
Yeah.
greatest enemy document being a warning. Exactly when do we send the warning? With our original paperwork?
You
or
can
when
send that in to the Attorney General when you send a fax in to them.
Okay.
Say, here's some additional information.
Put them on notice.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you better be able to explain everything that's on that document. Just don't send a document that you don't understand.
Right.
And you can't back up. If you can't back it up, then don't send it. If you're going to cow down and chicken shit out, then don't put it in there. You've got to stand firm when you submit a document that this is my document. This is my belief, and I will defend it to my death type scenario. Unless you
So
can prove
Patrick,
me wrong.
basically going Patrick Henry on them.
That's right.
Patrick, I have another quick question, because I didn't. This is going back to the changing the mailing address, and on the 30, I think it's the 32, when you're just putting it into like a private address. I apologize. I hope I didn't break in or cut anybody's conversation.
32.
It's a PS. It's when you're doing the rural route.
Forget that.
Forget it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Gotcha.
Just concentrate on these latest documents over the last couple of weeks.
Okay.
Okay?
All right. Thank
A lot of that other stuff was basically good training session in the process.
Mm-hmm.
But that's all old stuff, and basically we never got it to basically get anywhere. That's why we kept changing, and we had to basically apologize, and I've apologized more times than you can shake a stick at in the process here, that basically we had to change tracks. We were on the wrong road.
Right.
We were going to go over the cliff like everybody else out here.
I got you on that. Yeah.
But at least we keep moving, and basically that's the thing. If you keep moving, they have a hard time hitting a moving target.
Yes, they do.
Because they're not that good of a shot.
I hear you. Thank you.
See, that's what Neil did. He kept moving, and basically then they couldn't shoot him.
Well, I'll keep moving. I'm not a dead target. So yeah, I got you. Thank you.
Okay. Anybody else?
Yeah, Patrick, I'm going to take that christening certificate of yours, which was February 12th, in the previous folder and move it to the new folder.
Okay.
What's the name
Is
of
the new folder 38?
38.
38.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right. I got it.
American Constitutional Banking.
Thank
This document was at the beginning of the old folder.
you. All right.
Now, did you name both of them 38 in We the People and on e-concurrent? Or is that
No,
just e-concurrent?
The previous folder is 37 on e-concurrent.
What's that?
The previous folder, Treasury Banking, is number 37 on e-concurrent.
I know. On e-concurrent. The latest folder that basically is out there, if it has most all the latest documents, is 38. But
Right.
in the We the People site, what's the folder name there? Did you name it 38 there also?
American Constitutional Banking, but if you want, I can go back and put the numbers on all those folders.
Well, I just do it on that one,
Okay, I'll do that.
on the latest one. Then basically, you can just reference that it's in the folder that has 38 in it.
Will do. Okay.
On both the We the People and based on e-concurrent.
Sure.
That's econcurrent.com/divine. Okay?
Right.
And there's the audios that are there in the audio folder, and the documents are in the files folders. And then you go all the way down to folder number 38. And in the audios, you have to scroll all the way down to the bottom to get to the latest audio.
Right.
That's right.
Yes, go ahead. Speak up.
That holographic document. What is that? What do we need that for? And what's all the lines?
You don't need that right now, okay? You need these American Admiralty Lien documents. You need to get those in. Those are your signature documents, your letters patent documents. That is your authoritative document to be able to come in and claim all of your securities. You have now aliened them into your control. You have basically replaced the alien property custodian.
Okay, Patrick, you talked about the documents out of that file on the site, and I know you said the current documents as well, but I believe that file has over 30-something documents in it. So I guess we're using the most current ones from that file on the. Well,
you have to check and see. Okay, you have to look for what document you're trying to get. Okay. You have to look at the documents in that folder, okay? There's a bunch of Word documents that basically there are for your own benefit in there, okay?
I understand.
The documents on Yahoo are in reverse date order, so that's easy to tell which one is most recent. On e-concurrent, it's only in alphabetical order currently. I'm going to change that.
But you still need to look at all the documents in that folder, okay?
Yes.
And like I said, the vast majority of them are basically word definitions that you need to have the understanding. There's very few real, like the Admiralty Lien documents that you need to process, or the template for the Form 56F, or the template for the 1455, or the 1522, or the 1047 form, okay?
Yeah. With the Admiralty Lien docs, the two Admiralty Lien docs.
Yeah.
Patrick, it's just one quick question. It's probably a stupid one, but I noticed that you put those lien notices on your 1047, and I'm not sure about the 1455 and the 1522, but would that continue to go on it forever? Would you put those notices on? Okay,
no, I would basically put it in with your first filing. and directing them to place it into their records for all future transactions so that they will have those on file for all your future transactions.
Very well. Sounds good.
Okay? Yeah, address it. You can even do that in a cover letter along with that when you send it in the first time.
Right.
You do one with the clerk of the court, the bankruptcy clerk of the court. You do one when you send it out to the Bureau of Fiscal Services. You do, if you send something up to the Secretary of State, you tell them, place this on file. I'm not going to send you another copy.
Just like the IRS, right? You only get one crack at it.
Hey Patrick, can you hear me? This call?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, I'm the guy that called you the other day. Yeah, man. This is for anybody, man. Really, I guess I'm like super green with this, so I'm listening to you guys, and you guys are way past where I'm at. So I'm just trying to see where I should even begin with I think it's the authentication process or something. Or I'm just letting you know where I'm at with it, and if somebody, got time to kind of catch me up, that'd be cool. Or what do you think?
Well, you just need to go in and pull down the Word documents and then read over the documents and reread them until you understand them. The words should help you understand what the documents are all about. When you know the word, basically, then you will know what it means.
And listen to the calls again, too.
Yeah. Listen to the calls more than once.
Okay. All right. Now, just a quick question. Is my first process is doing the UCC filing deal?
No, you don't do any UCCs. You don't do any codes of law. Okay? You go into folder 38 in e-concurrent and look over all those documents in that folder. And then you listen to about the last 2 weeks of audios.
Okay.
Okay?
All right. And so then I guess y'all are...
And then try and get somebody else there involved into it so that you sit down like basically when you were in high school or junior high and you had study period and basically 3 or 4 of you sat at a table and you all studied together.
I'll provide my number. I'll provide my number, Patrick. This is Elitra.
Okay.
You have a small study group. We're willing to help. Do you want to take the number down?
No.
Elitra?
Yes.
Elitra.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead and give it to the other people there, yeah.
That is not a problem. It's 513 655 3140. You can give me a call tonight once we're finished if you like.
All right, great. Fantastic. I'll finish listening to the rest of the call then.
All right. Thank you. I'll yield.
Yeah, there might be a few other people out there a little better teacher than I am. I'm sort of harsh around the outside.
We're just studying. We're studying, so just let you know.
Okay.
We're studying and going
Patrick,
into the information.
the best kind of teachers, man. Those are the best kind of teachers. I mean, hey, I can sense your commitment to what you're doing here.
Well, thank you.
And Ben, we need to go over ourselves, too.
Okay, anybody else? If not, call tonight, Tom.
Okay, Patrick, thank you very much.
Okay.
Thanks.
Good night. Good night.
Thank you, Patrick.
Okay, guys.